Hello students of class 4. So today I will teach you value education. This is our first class. So students, let's begin with chapter number 1. This is your book, your value education book. Can you see this? Okay. And we will start chapter number 1. God, the unseen spirit. Okay. Take out page number 5. Chapter 1. God, the unseen spirit. Once I met a group of students who were on a tour. It was a happy and joyous group, spending the day in the train in singing songs and playing games among themselves. I was so delighted that I became one among them for a day. While we were sharing our ideas, I asked them a question. What do you study in your school? They replied, English, Hindi, Maths. Then I asked another question. What do you mean by studies? Hearing my question, they became silent. Then I asked again, what is the purpose of education? One girl who was sitting in a corner said to me, Sir, the purpose of education is to impart wisdom to the students and thereby prepare them to be good citizens and builders of a prosperous nation. Again I queried, what is the meaning of the word wisdom? Hearing this question, a boy who was sitting beside me turned to me and said, Wisdom helps us to know and understand something. Wisdom is of two types, namely wisdom of God and wisdom of man. By this time, we reached Nagpur station and all went out as it was their destination. Though they went, the answer they shared with me struck my mind as a flash of light. Though it was not fully clear, he expressed the real meaning of education by those words. Real education should impart the wisdom of God and the wisdom of man. If a system of education is unable to impart the wisdom or knowledge about God to the students, that system of education is futile. If it is unable to generate the builders of a nation or unable to produce proper citizens, such an education is away from its ideals. Such an educational system is unable to impart happiness and peace among its peoples. So in order to build up a peaceful society, knowledge about God is an underlying factor. The term God creates a lot of ideas and thoughts among the students. If we ask a question, who is our God? We will get different answers from different corners. Some call him Allah, others Yahweh. Some others call him Parmeshwar, etc. All these names are true, but these share only a part of the one and the same God. He is the one, the supreme power, who created the whole universe. He created the birds and animals, trees and plants, the beautiful flowers and the sweet fruits, the twinkling stars, the bright sun and the amazing planets are his creations. The vast rivers, the deep oceans and the rocky mountains proclaim the sovereign power of God. Above all, man is the best creation of God. But we cannot see him with our eyes. He is the unseen spirit present in this world. He is everywhere. He is present in the dust and air of the earth. He is present within us. So we need not search him anywhere. If we turn to ourselves, we will experience him within ourselves. Every religion teaches us this experience. Every religion imparts and shares this experience of God. So a system of education or knowledge that keeps you away from the wisdom of God is futile. It becomes meaningless. In order to find this God experience within oneself, one should become a man of prayer. True education prepares the ground in man to grow to become a true believer. So students, let us understand the value of this chapter. What do you mean by God? God is the supreme power, the one who created the whole universe. God is called by different names in different corners of the world. Some call Jesus, some Parmeshwar, some Allah, some Vaheguru. But always remember, God is one. We cannot see him with our eyes. God is the one who created birds, animals, trees, flowers, fruits, stars, sun, planets, everything. But you know, God's most amazing creation is man. God is present everywhere, in every small particle of dust. God is present in air. Most importantly, he is present within us. So we should respect each other. We should love the nature and every single creation of God. Every education system which fails to give knowledge or wisdom about God is meaningless. So if we want to be called a good human being, if we want to lead a peaceful and a happy life, we must know the real meaning of God. We must obey the supreme power. We must have faith on him. Believe me, you will get an extraordinary courage and power. And you will overcome every tough situations. So students, I hope this chapter is very well known to you. So you have understood the chapter. So students, let us do the exercise, the question answers. Okay. So see page number 8. Fill in the blanks. The purpose of education is to impart dash to the students. Impart what? Wisdom to the students. Number 2. Education prepares the students to be good citizens and builders of a prosperous nation. Number 3. If a system of education is unable to impart the wisdom or knowledge about God to its students, that system of education is futile. Dash is the best creation of God. Man is the best creation of God. Number 5. One should become a man of prayer. Okay? Now, see the question answers. What is the purpose of education? Okay? Purpose of education. See page number 5. Purpose of education. Mark your answer. The purpose of education is to impart wisdom to the students and thereby prepare them to be good citizens and builders of a prosperous nation. So mark your answer. From the purpose to prosperous nation. Okay, answer number 1. Now, see, question number 2. What are the 2 types of wisdom? The 2 types of wisdom are wisdom of man and wisdom of God. Okay? Wisdom of God and wisdom of man. Wisdom is of 2 types. Mark question number 2, answer number 2, from wisdom to man. Okay? Now, question number 3, 4, 5. See the board. Question number 3. How can you say God is one for all? See the answer number 3. God is called by different names in different corners of the world. All these names are true, but these share only a part of the one and the same God. He is the one, the supreme power who created the whole universe. Now see question number 4. Where can one find God? Answer. God is present in this world. He is everywhere. He is present in the dust and air of the earth. He is present within us. Now, last question. Question number 5. What is the relation between education and religion? God lives within ourselves. Every religion teaches us this experience of God. So a system of education or knowledge that keeps us away from the wisdom of God is meaningless. Okay? Note the answers very carefully. Answer number 3, 4, 5. Okay? So students, we have done the question answers and fill in the blanks. And this is today's class. So that's all for today. Have a nice day all of you.